The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's March. I don't know what that was. It's my Wednesday voice, obviously.
Welcome, Wednesday voice.
It's the 30th. And we're coming in hot. 1 minute early, 5:29.
And the weather forecast has changed to something beautiful.
Yeah, first day of the new year, 2022, where we're starting the day off in plus temperatures already. Because every day that we've come in so far this year, it's been minuses, but it's +2 right now.
+2 right now. Everybody give a round of applause for the weatherman for finally realizing it's the end of March. Thank you, weatherman.
Also, I can't remember, I think the other day, I was like, it's slide season. I'm wearing my sandals
Yes.
for the rest of the time. But I was concerned about one part of my walk to work that was kind of a little puddly, but it was like freezing over by the time, not only when I walked to work, but when I was walking back home, that I didn't have to worry about it.
Right.
But now that it's +2 this morning, there was a puddle there.
Okay, so are you walking around now because you wear slides and socks?
Yeah, I got socks on as well, but
They're not wet?
the puddle didn't go up and over my slides. It was a small enough puddle where it didn't touch my socks.
This doesn't even sound like a puddle. It sounds like the pavement was wet.
Yeah, that's another way of putting it. But I survived. No wet socks.
Tomorrow you gotta wear rain boots. Tomorrow there's a chance of rain showers or flurries.
Wow, go home for the day.
I took down my Christmas lights last night.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I deserve a pat on the back, you know.
Wait. Hold the phone.
Yeah.
Did your husband take down the Christmas lights or did you take them down?
Okay, be impressed. I started to take them down myself.
I love it.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you. I rolled them up at the end.
Yes.
And I only asked for help at a few hard spots.
I'm
Now-
so happy for you.
Thank you. I asked for help probably because he discovered me being really unsafe.
Oh.
And he didn't really give me the option of help. He just was like, let me do that. What are you doing?
You're like, no, I like to live life on the edge. Let me be. Let me fly.
Well, like, okay, one end of the Christmas light had fallen off. And so, like, in front of our house was just this hanging tail. And it looked so bad. And I just didn't have the patience to wait for somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
And he was working on something else in the yard. So I was just like, you know what? I've got a step stool. I've got this shovel that was out here. I'm just going to do it myself.
What's the shovel for?
To reach.
Oh. Okay, continue on. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm on like the top step of the step stool in front of my house, and if I fell sideways, I would land on my car. And
Swinging a shovel.
Yeah, and I've got the shovel like as far as my arms will let me reach. So it's given me like an extra, I don't know, probably 8 feet with the shovel and my arms above my head.
Yeah.
But I just can't, like, I keep hitting it to fall off the little hook, but it's not falling off. And cars were slowly driving by. Like, they were like, if I catch this on video, it's going to go viral. Like,
That's
if
right.
this girl falls off. And then my husband saw me.
Whoa.
And yeah, he didn't think I should film this. He thought, what are you doing? Oh my gosh.
Damn you for being so loving, Sky.
He's like, I don't want to. This is like usually his reason when I do something unsafe. He's like, I don't want to take care of you like that for the rest of our lives. So please think about what you would do to my life if you fell. Like, he just is like, come on, girl. Like, get with the program. So he went up the step ladder. He safely only stood on the second last step, like you're supposed to, like they teach you in ladder training. And
ladder school.
held the ladder for him because that's the other thing you do with ladder training. And he got that really tall Christmas light off, and that was on the gable. The rest of it was reachable with the shovel and the second last step. And
what a marriage. You guys are so married. Holding the ladder for each other. Look at y'all.
oh yeah, we're cute. We're cute. But I want to say I did the rest myself. I am woman. Hear me roar.
After complaining about being sick for a week on the radio, I finally decided to go to a doctor yesterday, Steph.
What'd they have to say, Sean?
They pretty much prescribed me to a netty pot is what I got
What?
out of it.
Okay, but you were complaining about your ears. You had ringing in your ears. You had
Yeah.
crackling ears. You were really excited about maybe getting your ears cleaned out, and they said clean out your nose.
Yeah, essentially what I got from it was like the inside of your face is just a whole bunch of tubes connecting everything to everything. And so the tubes from your ears to your nose to your mouth to your eyeballs, whatever, to your throat, all connected.
Okay.
Human body, what a fascinating thing. And so it was like, get a neti pot, clear it out. Here's a little like nasal spray as well. I'll prescribe you. If it still continues on some of your ailments, come back in like a week or two, and then we can go from there. Let's start like checking off some boxes here. And so, have you ever done a neti pot?
I've been terrified of a neti pot. To me, it looks like willing drowning.
Yeah.
Like,
they're hilarious. I'll just say this. They are absolutely disgustingly hilarious. And so you plug it into one nostril. It's like a teapot.
yeah.
It's like a teapot. And
What do you put in there? Saline solution or
you
something?
put in, so you can't use tap water. That's like the only thing I have. But you can, if you do use
That's what most people have.
you put water into it. But then you have to boil all the bacteria out of it.
Oh.
And so you got to heat it up, boil it, get all the bacteria out. Because then because it's, again, human body, tubes everywhere. You don't want the, like, whatever tap water bacteria to go to your brain or whatever.
Valid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you got to heat
drink
it.
the water every day, but all right. Don't put it up your nose.
Yeah. I don't know. Science is a crazy world. And so then you got to let it cool, but then you put it into the pot, and then you put in like a saline kind of solution, and then you mix it around, and then you just put it in one nostril, and then you like lean over a sink and tilt your head, and then you put the teapot and tilt the nostril, and then it just swirls through your face, and then comes out it comes out all orifices, so.
Like it came out your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like all of it went through like your booger channel and
Well, yeah, because it wasn't going through at first, and I think that was me being like blocked up a little bit, and then finally it broke through, and then it was a time. So I think I'm gonna film a video. I don't think I'll post it to the station because I don't think everyone wants to see that, but I'll post it to my personal accounts if anyone wants to see what life with a neti pot looks like.
How are your ears today? Are they still ringing?
Yep.
Okay.
Neti pot, it works. Glowing endorsement.
The melting snow has been revealing a lot, and sometimes it reveals like a lot of bad things, like how many people drop their masks outside.
Oh yeah.
Like some litter and things like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just reveals like a whole host of dog poop.
Yeah, that's the common one that you kind of see everyone commenting on.
Yeah, but then last night, my husband and I were out working in the yard all evening because it was beautiful. And we discovered that the last thing he did before we got the first dump of snow that was such a surprise,
Yeah.
he changed the oil pan gasket on my car.
Oh.
Literally every tool he used to do that was just sitting on the patio stones all nicely lined up. And like, it's like wrenches, it's the cleaner he used, it's the razor blade he used to scrape off the exploded
Oh my
oil,
God.
his safety
Yes.
glasses. Like he left nothing to forget, for sure. Like,
I'm trying to think back to that snowfall. So it must have been just like a quick, sudden, like, oh, and now we're 3 feet under.
yes, and it was in the middle of the night. So I remember getting up in the morning and being like, "Oh my gosh!" And I actually remember filming my feet walking through it and it going over top of my boots. Like it was like, where did this snow come from? It was late last year and it just arrived with a vengeance. And then it never stopped snowing for 4 months.
Yeah, 780-791-1037. What are you seeing out there? What's been like the strangest thing that has been revealed from the snowfall? I've just moved into my place in the winter, so I'm seeing stuff for the first time, and it's just like garden hoses and places like, I don't know, you might have to buy a new one of those.
Yeah, it might have frozen and expanded and now it doesn't work.
Yeah. Steph, I have a question about our benefits, and I want to ask you this, and then I also want to ask anyone who like works maybe in admin or reception or anything to do with on the receiving end of benefits and like entering into the computer, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so we have Blue Cross, but we don't have Alberta Blue Cross. We have like Canada-wide Blue Cross, and I swear if I talk to our HR or if I talk to our boss, they always give me something different on what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Because like sometimes it's called just like Saskatchewan Blue Cross, and sometimes it's called Medivie, and sometimes it's called Blue Cross, just Blue Cross. So it's confusing already on our end. And then whenever I go out to say, like when I went on my Benny's binge and I was doing like massage, chiro, eye doctor, like pharmacy, I would present, like we have a card.
Yes.
Has my policy number on it, has my ID, has all the numbers on it. For the life of people, they just cannot figure out our benefits like I can't figure it out. Have you had the same problem?
I have not had this problem, Sean. I honestly think you must be saying something wrong. Like, I've gone
Did
to
they
the
give me
dentist.
a fake card?
They might have. And I don't even have my card anymore. I don't know where it went. I have a screenshot of it. And I show them my card on my phone, and it works. There's no confusion. I've never used the word Medivy except to type in the App Store and download the app.
Oh, like what the heck? I need to know like what it looks like on the other end. So I know how to communicate it to people. Like the other day, I was going to get some nasal spray and through the pharmacy, and I was just like, "Hey, I have Blue Cross," and they're like, "Oh, Alberta Blue Cross." I'm like, "Well, no, like it's like Canada-wide Blue Cross, Saskatchewan Blue Cross." She's like, "Manitoba Blue Cross." I was like, "I don't know, maybe."
I feel like you're using too many words. I think you should just say, "Yes, I have benefits. Here's my card," and let them figure it out.
Okay.
I think you're confusing them because you sound a little bit confused.
Yeah, because I'm
yourself.
trying to be proactive and like help them. I'm like, it's not Alberta Blue Cross, and then that just throws them for a loop right off the bat.
So how have things been going? Like, have they figured it out, or are you just like,
No.
I'm paying out of pocket for everything?
Yeah, I'm paying out of pocket for everything. I'm just and then there's always a line behind me, so then I start feeling bad. So then I'm just like, A, it takes like 7 seconds for me to enter it in on like our app, and B, I don't want to hold up this line. But then I found out a new benefit yesterday. If you do pay it for yourself, say at a Shoppers, you get the points,
Oh.
and then you submit the receipt yourself.
Sneaky.
So I kind of found a little loophole a little bit, but I would rather just not pay for anything at all and have my benefits work.
Valid point, but you've now opened up a new world to me because I think you should also do it, like pay for it on your points credit card too.
Yeah.
You get double. Sean, this might be a hack.
Hey.
Maybe you've been confused all this time for a reason.
There we go. Everything happens for a reason.
Well, we got a treat this morning. We have a veteran radio guy. Definitely heard this guy on the airwaves before. It's Mike Jones, Marketing Communications Coordinator with the Canadian Mental Health Association. Good morning, Mike.
Not a veteran of getting up early. I still can't do it.
Yeah, you used to hear him in the afternoon. I don't know what happened before 3 p.m. there.
Not
but-
much.
Well, welcome to the Mix Studio. We're talking about March Mullets. Give us the lowdown. What's going on?
Yeah, March Mullets for mental health. It's been going on all month. So I think the third or fourth year that it's been happening here in Fort McMurray. There's a couple folks that have started this initiative, and they like to grow their hair out into a mullet. I'm gonna, mine doesn't look nearly as much as everyone else's. It's also radio. I recognize that. You can see a picture later. You look at a guy like Roger Delaney, the mullet that he's been growing. It's phenomenal. But obviously Hudson is one of the true ambassadors here. This kid, he's 8 years old, and he's such an advocate for men's mental health in this town. And he's raising a whole bunch of money and trying to raise the awareness, asking about my mullet, trying to break that stigma when it comes to men's mental health, right?
For sure. And then so with the funds raised, what is the CMHA doing with it? Like, what is it all going towards?
So, yeah, it's the Canadian Mental Health Association, but of Wood Buffalo.
Yeah.
People may not realize, every single dollar that gets raised stays here in our community in Fort McMurray for the CMHA. We are a completely independent operation from the national world. Obviously, we share some logos and promotions and social media and stuff like that, but otherwise, we are an independent organization that runs and operates here in Fort McMurray. We have our recovery college, we have our youth hub, we have our caregivers connections. We have a lot of great programs that are basically open to everybody who has any kind of mental health problems or any kind of mental health struggles, which guess what? That's everybody.
Yeah.
So it's open to everybody. Come and use our services. Check us out at cmhawoodbuffalo.com.
Now tell us about some of the goals. I know we're saying we're raising money, but there's some milestones we could hit to see some fun things happen.
So if you haven't seen Hudson's mullet, which has been glorious, he's been growing it for a couple of years now in support of CMHA, and I think his mom Janine might have a little something to do with this. Apparently he's going to cut it off if he can hit his goal. I think they need another $2,000 to raise by this Friday. We're going to do it live on stage at Patty McSwiggan's during our 80s party.
Yes.
And a couple other people are stepping up as well. I don't know if you guys know Ben, the bartender that's been at Patty's for
I've
years.
seen photos, probably
He was
seen him in
EVP
person.
before. Look at that beard.
Yeah.
It's luxurious. He's going to shave that thing off. I just talked to him about it last night. The last time he's been clean shaven was 12 years ago.
Hey.
Wow.
I don't even know what's under there. He's hiding something.
A couple chicken nuggets for sure,
Oh,
probably.
definitely, easily.
Maybe like an asparagus from a Caesar every now and then. Yeah.
This is going to start falling out.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Where do they donate if they want to help meet these milestones?
Well, there's marchmullet.ymm.raisley.com. And in this case, of course, it is the Patty McMullets team, but there's lots of other amazing teams on there that are raising money and raising awareness for men's mental health.
We're definitely going to throw on some mullets and post a picture, so we'll post that link with the picture as well. You mentioned an 80s party. Who's welcome? What's the details on that?
Well, it will be a 18-plus event, obviously, after 9 o'clock, as Patty's is open to the kids before then. But DJ Bounce is going to be there on the ones and twos. 80s music all night long. We'll have the mullet wigs for sale, and we also have our 50-50 tickets. We're going to be selling them at Keanu, actually, today from 10 to 2, and then this Friday night at Patty's, and the pot is over $2,400 already. So.
Woo! I love that. I love a good 50-50. Count me in on that one. What's the socials? People want to hear more of this conversation. Where can they find you to get all the details?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, CMHA Wood Buffalo.
Mike, do you have any?
CMHA WB, I should say.
Oh, WB, yes, good.
I always used to saying the full name, but it's CMHA WB on the socials.
Easy peasy, lots of letters. We can do it. Do you have anything else you'd like to add this morning?
No, just nice to be here. Nice to see you guys. Nice to chat.
Welcome back.
Our guest this morning, Mike Jones, the Marketing and Communications Coordinator with the Canadian Mental Health Association. Make sure you check our Facebook page to see all of us in some mullets a little later this morning. It is SPCA Pet of the Week Day. So exciting. This is the third week in a row we've got a dog, Sean.
Oh, this is honestly my favorite day. It was my favorite day before the dogs came in, and now the dogs are actually coming in. We have Misty joining us as well from the SPCA. Good morning. Who do we have with us today?
Good morning. This is Miss Claire. She's our sweet as pie dog, as you can see. She's like a giant lap dog, and she's only going to get bigger because she's only 5 months old. So you're going to need a big lap for this one. But yeah, we have her down as a Doberman Pinscher cross. So she loves people. She's shy at first, but once she's following stuff around like a dog, literally. So, she's a good girl. She loves other dogs. So if anyone's looking, she would love a dog friend in her forever home. So she's the best.
Yeah,
I love her.
Beautiful black color, a little brown as well. And yeah, she is beautiful. You were saying she's kind of attracted more towards the females, and she's very curious about me, but she doesn't know what to think. So I'm slowly trying to win over Claire's love today.
With those puppy dog eyes, she's like, that's not going to be hard.
Yeah.
Misty, what else you guys got going on at the SPCA?
So this Sunday is actually our Hoppy Tails event at the shelter. So what's happening is we're going to have this beautiful display of a backdrop with RBD Beauty Photography coming in and doing some pet photos. You're more than welcome to jump in them as well. More or less that has to happen. But so those are by appointment. We do accept walk-ins on Sunday, but it is recommended to have a spot. We're also having nail trims. So if you're needing some nail trims, we will have Royal Canine Designs by Megan coming by to do some nail trims by donation. So it's just a day to support pups like Claire. It should be pretty good.
I love it. So wonderful. That's this Sunday. And what time did you say it starts at?
So it goes from 10 to 4.
Okay, perfect. Misty, thanks so much for bringing this dog in. And tell us just a tiny bit about the food bank.
So we are still needing food for our food bank. The need is getting so high, and sadly we're just worried that we're going to run out. So if people can still drop off some dry dog food, any brand unopened, we would be very appreciative.
Thank you so much, Misty. We appreciate you for coming in, educating, and also bringing in the dog as well. That's pretty cool.
Facebook Marketplace scams are, on the rise. I've been seeing so many people post like, is this a scam? It says they're going to send a UPS person to my house and I just have to pay them first. And it's like, no, you don't have to pay if you're selling something. Yes, it's a scam.
Yeah, some stuff is very obvious and some stuff is very hidden as well.
Yeah, last night, messaged a person about buying something and said, like, where can I come and see it? And you know what they said? It's located at the Facebook Marketplace headquarters. And you can give me a deposit if you want to come see
Headquarters. Where's that?
Exactly. Is that in the cloud?
I didn't know that was bringing business to Fort McMurray. They brought the Marketplace headquarters here.
Yeah. Or is it in Fort McMurray? Would you like to help me pay for my plane ticket to Silicon Valley? What is going on? I just cannot believe it. You just have to be so vigilant these days with what you're looking at, because people are trying to take your money in all forms.
Well, it was super interesting, too. So yesterday, the Oil Barons had a fan bus that went down to Drayton Valley, and they made a post saying, oh, the fan bus is sold out, so you can't get any more tickets. And there was just a bunch of bots or humans, I don't know, maybe just scammers, that were posting on that post saying, oh, I can't make it. I have a doctor's appointment. Anyone want my tickets? And it's just like, who are you?
Yeah, so weird. And I think you even said, somebody said like, my mother's in the hospital. Like they were like crazy bots. And I'm like, who created these bots to write these things? Or like what is the point of them?
Yeah, just to scam people out of their money. It's like the hot trend right now. There's so many films and like documentaries coming out on scams. You're starting to see it pop up more in our real lives. Like I've had people's Instagrams, like friends' accounts, just like hacked and having to start over with a new account because someone has like hacked into theirs. And it's just like, what is coming of this world?
Totally. Nothing is safe anymore. Change your passwords and writing them down somewhere in a locked book. Is that even safe? I don't know.
Book.
I don't know. Where do you write your passwords down? You don't want to put them in cloud.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.